The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valians for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them down before they go to war.
Hello, hello, hello! I am Kasasagi Usagi, and I am here with more Pillars of Eternity. Well, this just happened while I started the stream. Thank you so much for the follow! Let me get back up here. I am going to go through my quest log and make sure that I have got everything that's going on. Don't want to miss
Ahoy
anything.
there. Any news worth telling?
I spoke to the Principe on your behalf.
You actually confronted those feral cats?
Cool, cats be sacred, shipboard, you know. Wouldn't have taken you for one to be painting the Principe all godly.
Zephyrin smirks, arms akimbo.
Folks shoreside sometimes stick 'em in the stew pot. See if that strikes you for something weighty.
Zamar rolls his eyes, and he crosses his arms and looks past Zephyrin at you. I think you're better off taking their deal. Sighing through his nose, Zamar squeezes his eyes shut.
I needed coin, not a middleman to negotiate with cutthroats.
He pulls a small flintlock from his belt and holds it pointed at the ground. You underestimate how hard the Principe are working to make cooperation your only resource.
That doesn't make it right.
He grips on the gun and squeezes tighter.
I won't be held down by schemers and killers.
You're meant to take this deal before they offer you a worse one. His chest rises and falls with heavy breaths as he lifts his gun halfway.
If it's between my life and my dignity...
Gritting his teeth, he thumbs the hammer down and tucks the firearm back into his belt.
The Principe have their shipwright, and may Andra take them for it.
He grabs a fistful of his beard and grunts, pulling away with a few strands of hair. Opening his palm, Zamar lets them drift away with the wind. Bounties. West of Majel Island. That was one I probably should have finished yesterday because I don't remember anything about what I promised that man to do. I got a lot of things all mixed up. Oh, look at this. Oh! Thank you so much, Zeph. That's very sweet. Oh, you're right. Professional elf fuckers unite. I agree. I can't get to any of this yet. I was like, holy garbage. Okay. I see. As you ready your ship, a cloaked figure mounts the gangplank and roughly forces a burned book into your hands. They turn and depart without a word. Well, that's very sweet of you. Good luck, study hard. The binding of this tome reeks of smoke. What few pages remain are crinkled and back. Based on the few chapter headers that survived the fire damage, this might have been a book of antiquated laws. Now it's nothing more than a charred relic of authority.
You crack the spine of the old book, revealing blackened pages of dense, illegible text. The words recede into the shadows the longer you focus on them.
Oh god, the gods are gonna really just start talking shit.
Suddenly, the page widens to eclipse the world around you. A dark void stretches out on all sides. The air full of choking fumes that carry dying embers and curling flakes of ash.
I'm gonna dispel the
Something
smoke.
stirs in the darkness. An old woman steps forward, leering down at you from on high. Her smile is toothy and cruel. Her cheeks warp around it like melted candle wax.
Wodica.
I'm so glad that my messenger tracked you down. These days it's impossible to find good help.
Wodica.
Watcher,
Very well.
before you draw your weapon, know that these proceedings are under a banner of peace. If this was a trap, it would have already closed around you.
This is not a woman I am scared of.
While Bareth whispers in one ear and Aethys shouts in the other, I thought you could use a more seasoned perspective to drown out the noise.
Was that ruse with the book really necessary?
For the moment, you are Bareth's creature. There are rules against my direct intervention, but nothing says you cannot willingly seek my counsel.
Oh,
Andra and Helia toe the line of acceptable conduct from time to time, but I am nothing if not adherent to our oldest laws.
so you dragged me into this blistering inferno.
This is but a small corner of the beyond, one that I use for privacy and contemplation, when I need to get away from the endless chatter. Don't you find it unusual how open and accessible my siblings have made themselves? After millennia of subdued whispers, now they practically scream their intentions. And isn't it strange how we never bicker unless a mortal is watching?
Gods are a dramatic bunch by nature.
By necessity, in fact. But that's hardly the point. If we still possessed our glorious titans, my siblings and I would have put an end to Aethys and his rampage by now. While we are powerless to stop him, some of my kin wish to observe how mortals respond to this threat. They think it will shine a light on the value of our patronage. Have we raised you well enough to be self-sufficient? Or must we return to Eora and impose some corrective measures?
Ooh. And if we prove ourselves, what then?
What indeed? That would depend on which of us you ask. A cross-section of society has converged on the Deadfire. Some of my kin are of an opinion that we are meant to judge mortals on the basis of their performance, while the rest of us have already made up our minds on the matter.
So why do I get the feeling you're trying to convince me of something?
Judge for yourself. But I think you'll find my intentions are more straightforward than you think. When we ascended to godhood, we did so to provide for a savage people. Our goal was to craft a society whose values were made to last. Perhaps even a society that had no need of us. A naive fallacy, but one that inspired my optimistic, misguided kin. How you and your allies counter this threat will demonstrate whether you are competent enough to guide your own destinies, or if we need to revise our strategy. The soft-hearted among us are counting on you to win this existential wager. No doubt, Aethys shares their sympathies. I do not. We exist to rule over mortals. Nothing can change that. So now you know the truth. I assume you have questions.
I hate Wodica. Why did you choose to confide in me?
Whether knowingly or unintentionally, you seem to find yourself on the vanguard of change. Mortals like you come but once in a lifetime. Some would react poorly if I stripped mortals of their freedom without giving them a chance to plead their case. You have the honor of standing tall as their advocate. Before I return to Aora and assume my position as your deserving tyrant, you have this opportunity to prove me wrong. To demonstrate whether or not mortals are responsible enough to claim their future.
You speak as if we don't have a chance.
You speak as if you do. Mortals have precious little time to decide for themselves. Will they stand together as one, or swallow their pride and bend the knee? I have every confidence that you would disappoint us. Once my position is upheld, the undecided among the gods will embrace my plan.
The gods think my actions can prove their point about mortal society.
Prove it or disprove it, yes. I never agreed to this arrangement, but if your example demonstrates mortal ineptitude, as I trust it will, then I can make the plan serve me.
I'm gonna tell on you.
An assertive minority of gods believe that your choices will prove the value of their wild optimism. As if mortal collaboration and ingenuity are endorsements of our leadership. Then there are those of us who know better, who are not so easily convinced. Kith are vulnerable, unless they submit to the destiny we chart for them. Thinking otherwise can only breed dissent and chaos.
Tell me about this enlightened society you once wanted.
It was an ambitious plan, our utopia. Perhaps too ambitious. We ascended to power, responding to a need inadequately satisfied. Assuming these roles gave us the authority to mold Aora over time, to influence you and lay the groundwork for a society yet to come. On the outset of the plan, some believed that mortals would outgrow us, as if that was a favorable outcome. To me, our eternal pantheon was always a critical fixture. Aethys was one of those who supported mortals, while I have always been their most vocal critic.
Why do the other gods tolerate your opposition?
Opposition can take many forms. If a church embraces and weaponizes my doctrine, that is very different from me rampaging as a titan. Aethys is not known for subtlety. Twice now, he has contaminated the purity of our experiment, and done so with extravagant displays that undermine our authority.
You call what Theos did subtle.
His approach was sophisticated, indirect. I owe you no explanations on the matter.
That's some bullshit.
Besides, you are not worthy to speak his name. I am the counterpoint to the soft-hearted. It makes no difference if mortals pass some arbitrary test. My mind is settled on the matter. Regardless of my feelings, the timing of this crisis forces us to accelerate our schedule. Final judgment comes sooner than any of us would prefer.
Doesn't this social engineering plan seem counterintuitive?
You mean gods crafting a godless world? Naturally. My siblings desired to influence mortals and steer them in a proper direction, even if that direction led to places we could not follow. I have no intention of being left behind. Society would unravel without its queen to impose strict order.
What happens if someone proves me wrong?
If our pantheon found that mortals had cultivated a perfect, lawful system to maturity, I would not voice a word in protest. I would merely stand aside and await the inevitable collapse. Mortals need us. I know this as well as I know myself. Even a lawful and responsible society would be poised to collapse as long as its architects and strongest adherents were mortal. Any satisfaction that my siblings derived from their little experiment would be short-lived, and it would fall to me to clean up after their mess.
I hate this woman. So you're right, even when you're wrong. Got it.
Make no mistake, Watcher. In this, I cannot be proven wrong.
How would you even recognized that ideal society?
A valid, self-defeating question, and one which I posed often. We assumed that they, whoever they were, would reveal themselves to us. Rational government would rule in our stead, leaving churches vacant. Thanks to Aethys, we're pulling the dough from the oven before it's had a chance to fully rise. You unfortunate bastards never had the chance to prove me wrong.
Back to my other
You've
questions.
learned much already. Only ask if you are ready for the truth.
Has your opinion of mortals changed at all?
Nothing you've done has tarnished it utterly beyond repair. You may congratulate yourself on that much, at least.
I want to talk about the wheel and your rise to godhood.
The wheel is our shared responsibility, and each of us serves it in our own fashion. I am the axle upon which the gods balance their power. Aethys keeps the wheel in motion. He was our promise to mortals that time and labor would yield a deserving reward on the next turning of the cycle.
How did the Ingwethians become gods?
At the height of our power, we recognized the potential of the soul. We knew that it could be bound, split apart, diverted like a river, and hammered together. Hammering was trivial. Those of us who agreed with the Apotheosis Project, and many who did not, submitted to a violent and horrible erasure of our individuality. After the dust settled, we adopted the forms of beings from Aeora's most prevalent myths. There were other faiths and legends, but we labored to strike their names from history.
How exactly does the wheel function?
Much of reincarnation's mechanism exists in the idea space of the beyond. You wouldn't find a wall of cogs and levers unless we conjured one to illustrate a point. The wheel has but one material component in all of Aeora. Something we built to channel essence through luminous Adra and into the beyond with reliable continuity. Before we intervened, the flow of essence was directionless, unpredictable. We succeeded in widening the gap, diverting it, giving it an efficient path to follow.
Reincarnation existed before you, so why not just leave it alone?
Before we took control of the wheel, reincarnation was error-prone, lacking forward momentum. Hollowborn were fairly common, and hardly the worst of the soul maladies. Control gave us the power to strengthen the souls of intelligent kith over generations. We made you wiser, stronger, more likely to develop the society we thought you deserved. Every turning of the cycle demonstrated the righteousness of my belief. Nature begets chaos, and discipline begets perfection. Speak, Watcher. It isn't every day that I open myself to these communions, so spend your breath wisely.
Actually, we'll speak again.
Yes, I think we will. This is not the end of our discussion. You know how to find your way back to this place.
Wotica nods stiffly. You feel her presence drift as a breeze, rustling as it goes.
Ugh, we are not. No matter what happens, mark my words, we will not be siding with Wotica. That woman is awful. My problem, one of the problems I had with Pillars of Eternity 1 was it was like, oh no, the gods are not real gods, but they are in fact real gods. And it was sort of like, you know, they weren't the creators of the universe, but they are still things that people believe in, and that makes them all right, and we shouldn't strive to destroy them or the idea of them. And I still believe that. Yeah, and I didn't have a problem with them being synthetic gods because they still did stuff in the world. I want this. Please let me have this. Thank you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially if people believe in them, and they do. But I wasn't really given, like, the choices that I wanted in Pillars 1. Oh, look at all these places that could kick my ass. It was like, oh, they're fake. I was like, no. They still mean something to people. I think I need to go. We are getting some sea shanties, though. Excuse me. Where did I... West... Oh, this is what I'm doing. West of Manjel Island. Where is that? Probably down here, then. Why are you still hurt? I have a doctor. Oh boy. You're not long at sea when Chittapuk appears at your door, wiping away sweat with a rag. Begging your pardon, Captain, we've been at sea for a while now, but you've not been in a state fit for speaking for most of it. The sailor glances over his shoulder, then back at you. If the crew is going to be taking orders, you might want to make a proper introduction. Let everyone know what you're about. Alright, I'll just do it. Chittapuk calls the crew together, and the small group of sailors hang languidly from the rigging, perch on crates, and sit against the rails. Their eyes turn to you as you stride onto the deck. Ahoy hoy! I really just want to say ahoy hoy. And I do take what I want when I want. That has been my whole... Kind of. I don't know what's going on, honestly, Coach. I'm gonna say ahoy hoy, because this is really what... Ahoy, ahoy hoy, I take what I want, when I want, and so does the scourge, my scourge of a ship. Eldengrim glances towards Arena, who cuts off any comment with a quick shake of the head. I will not... This ship isn't boards and sails, it's all of you. I give you everything I've got as a captain, and I expect the same from you. Aye, Captain, Oswald cheers, sparkling chuckles, and Chittapuk claps, and the rest of the crew join in, smiling and nodding. I did it. I figured I could because they don't say the name of the Defiant anymore. They're just like, your ship. They didn't like it when I said ahoy hoy. Vizani steps forward. Pardon me asking, Captain, but what exactly is the ship's mission in the Deadfire? Plunder and booty. Aothas leaves a trail of destruction and despair in his wake. It's up to us to set things right. She crosses her arms. I am not about to go up against my god, but it can't hurt to alleviate any suffering that inadvertently just results from his mission. Eldengrim whispers a prayer, but nods all the same, and Chittapuk steps forward. To good work done well and coin fairly earned. Oswald cheers, and the other mates smile and nod. The crew split up, returning to their duties as the ship, your ship, sails on, slicing through the bright blue waters of the Deadfire. Anyway. Wait. Loot. Yeah. What do you mean I can't cross the bridge? Casa. There's a bridge right here. As you travel northwest, you discover a broad channel separating you from the flat expanse of a sandy islet. A wooden bridge spans the water, easily wide enough to accommodate a cart and horse. A crowd throngs the bridge. An electric menagerie of clean-coated Valanians, Amora in bright, colorful robes, and even an odd Orlan. Down the hill, by the water's edge, a small cluster of Amora have gathered. I'm just gonna walk onto the bridge. The bridge seems relatively new, a little worn for something on the coast. The flat slats are utterly without ostentation, the structure crafted solely for functionality. A quiet murmur of conversation rises as you approach, entirely overwhelming the sorrows of the sea. An Orlan, his deep brown fur a close match to the boards beneath your feet, approaches you and doffs a wide-brimmed hat as he bows. "Greetings, stranger. Come to eye the race?" The people came out here to watch a race? The Orlan grins. "Ain't from around here, are ya?" His red Saran accent suggests that he isn't either. "It's a local tradition, a swim race up the Osa Channel after a big storm when the current's at its strongest. Winner gets He scratches the back of his head. "Some kind of gija or some such. Bragging rights, too." He smiles, rubbing his fingers together as if to indicate coin. "But for us foreign non-swimming types, there's a bit of action in the betting." Can I participate in the race?" He scratches the top of his head. "Not really sure. Can't say it's up to me either way. You'd want to talk to them down by the river." Alright. I'm gonna make a deer do it, because a deer is strong. From the shore, you see that the channel current seems significantly stronger than it had from afar, perhaps fed by the recent storms. The Wana gathered here, garbed in thin robes and little else, and as you approach, and watch you as you approach. One steps forward, her own gown in far brighter colors than those around her. "Hello, Strings!" She cants her head to the side. "You look bedraggled, stranger, as if the sea spat you out upon our shore. What for you come here? To watch?" "I'd like to join the race." Several of the gathered Juana chuckle. The woman merely smiles, bowing her head slightly. "Challenging Osa. It is always done by Armara to prove strength and stamina in the water. I'm afraid it may be too much for another kith." "You're tired, so you're afraid of losing to another kith?" "No, I needed to be a deer." "Oh, I will." One of the swimmers snorts. "We fear nothing, Ekara." "Then let the foreigner godlike swim." "No, not me. Not me. I want a deer to swim." The woman turns back to you. "If you wish to swim, then you should." No. That wasn't my plan. I want this man to swim. This man has 8 athletics. He can, please. She nods and motions you towards the... This did not go the way I wanted it to. She nods and motions you towards the channel. "Then go join the others at the water's edge. Leave your clothes upon the rocks, and they will warm you after." I will keep my clothes on for speed. I really truly believed that I could make a deer do this, because I make a deer do everything. Time to get naked. You snug off your brine-crusted clothes and lay your belongings on the rocks. "My watcher, you sure are... Well, that's good luck." Red-faced, Shoti clears her throat behind her fist, but she doesn't break her stare. You spring off the stone and crash into the cool, crisp salt water with the other swimmers. I am not... Yeah, obviously! You kick and pull as you might, you can't keep up with the Hana. They seem built to this water, born for it. The distance between you... If I had known that I actually had to swim... Look at me, I'm drowning. If I had known that I was actually the person that had to swim, I would have never done this. Never. But I thought I could push it onto somebody else. Or drown Eloth. One of the Hoana, you notice, struggles to remain in the pack. No, he's struggling just to stay above the water. His desperate gasps carry down the channel. The waters of the Osa's channel press against you, slowing you, then sweeping you back. Soon you too are struggling to keep your head above the water. Oh, I can't believe this is the last episode of Pillars of Eternity 2. I wasn't drowning, I was just slow. An arm wraps around you. The heavily muscled Amara woman kicks towards land. You in one arm, the gangly teen in the other. At the water's edge, you clamber onto solid ground, heaving and coughing. The lean man outpaces the others, reaching the goal first. The crowd cheers as he strides on top of the water, and he bows to them from the hip. The crowd... I'm so embarrassed. I'm naked. I've failed twice. It's just... I just want to shut the game off. The crowd on the bridge thins and the commotion dies down. Your journey, for whatever reason, continues. Oh, I can just buy shit here. Well, I will buy all your water. Thank you so much. Yeah, how do I fix this injured crew member? I don't actually rightfully know. Thank you! I am sipping on coffee currently. Yeah, I have doctors. Oh, she's gonna be injured for 5 days. Oh, she's been injured for 5 days. Well, fix her. Welcome back, Zath. I hope you were learning. Oh, here. What should I rename the ship to? Give me a name. Spend your beans. I wonder if I have to take her off. Oh, okay. Surely someone has a name. I believe in you. No. Can I change it now? Oh, the shipyard. Okay, fair enough. Yes. Well, that's how you change the name. Oh, that's a good name. And it fits. I know what you did, Strings. And I support you. That one kicked my ass. Well... This wasn't where we wanted to go. Oh, we need to go further south. The colonial outpost before you is as silent as a crypt. Though its buildings appear to be in fine repair, you don't see a living soul among them. In the town square, you find a sign posted beside the remains of charred bodies and warn of disease. Disease, not even my problem. Uh-oh. How badly can I kick this man's ass? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure I can just kill a man. He's a level 5 rogue. Yeah, fuck this dude. I'll simply kill him, and it will be easy. You can be President Sprightly. I would say, Zath, that the sooner you, if what you're studying is really making you unhappy, then the best thing you can do is switch, and the sooner you switch, the better.
Take this.
Oh, never mind. I murdered that man. We spit on him.
Happy to oblige.
What for, Cap? I've been cleaving it to the brisket.
Yeah?
I like that everyone on my ship fights. That makes me very happy. He's scared. Strong. Yeah, punch. The bear's been doing a pretty good job of living. I will give him that much.
Yes?
I'm here.
Holy shit.
What can I do you for?
He is a dancing boy. He's so brave.
Ho!
What for, Cap?
Confound it! It usually works.
Rest in peace, Ella.
Yeah?
We fell down again.
How may I help?
Oh, you didn't get to cast your fireball because you got interrupted.
What can I do? Very well.
What can I do you for?
There's a walloping!
What for, Cap? Be blowing a man down.
Yeah?
Got him. Yeah, well, I had the opportunity to do turn-based, and oh my god, it's slow as hell, but it is so much better. I can actually like read my spells and like I feel way more comfortable in turn-based.
Yes?
I did. We did a bit of a fucky immediately. I I baned Aloth's ex right in front of him. It was very exciting.
I'm here. As you wish.
Ahoy.
Oh, hoy hoy.
I'll be more than half handy, alright?
I love this man though. Yeah, get him. 30. This is the masseuse I grabbed. This man is absolutely criminal. I didn't do a crime.
Yeah? Parathus!
That's fair. Zath, you've seen Aloth. You've seen how he behaves. I have the best crew in the world. They're so strong and so
How may I
brave.
What can I do? Yes. That's for my friends.
I'm glad too. I love that she's still here. God, I don't. You might not have been here for it, but
Yeah.
Adir and the Scottish woman were having a Isilmer were having a conversation and making fun of Aloth. And then he's like, I heard what you said and I don't appreciate it. And it's just like, calm down. You can't just talk about me with the other me.
Hmm? Parathus!
I would like all that loot. No. Okay, so you can't take it. Okay. That was so fun! I know it took a really long time because this is turn-based, but I don't care. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? This game's gonna take us 1,000 years. Because I am I have accomplished nothing. I am genuinely... So Aloth is like really, really strong, and I really felt it when we didn't have him in the first one. Yeah, because like the one guy's a Cypher, but his gun is actually amazing. But I will actually be able to use like Cypher abilities instead of like just watching Grieving Mother die and tell me her bad opinions. The children though, the children! And all I can say is shut up, Edelgard. Shut up! I'm so glad she's not here. I miss Durance so much though. I miss Durance every day. He lives on in my judge voice in Phoenix Wright. I just wish... I miss him calling everybody and everything a whore. It's just not the same.
Could be a fight.
Yeah, well, it will be a
How may I
fight.
help?
By doing damage, Aloth, can you do that for me?
Lava will beyond seek.
Not really.
I'm here.
Where is the yak?
Happy to oblige.
Oh, I love this ability. I don't need to use it right now. It makes me happy. Oh, he's stuck. That's fair.
What do you need?
I need you to hit that thing really hard.
That order's too tall.
Why? Just pushed everybody out of the way. You goddamn casters.
What for, Cap?
We've all really put ourselves in a situation.
I'll be cleaving it to the out my wheelhouse, friend.
Yeah, everybody's stuck.
Right.
Who is this? You still? You just need to stand there. And you also can't go, huh? It's fine. Bear can't go.
Aye.
You need to move, Aloth. You're causing a commotion.
Lava beyond seek.
Very well. That hit true.
Aloth will be fine.
Ahoy.
Ahoy hoy!
Ain't not my thing.
You
savvy?
still can't move? That's fine. Can you move? Just push her away! Just push me! Dear, just push! Oh god, we're all stuck. It's party too thick!
What can I do?
Get out of the way, quite honestly.
Yes. What can I do you for?
Can you heal Aloth? Now she's in the way. Watch this.
How may I help? Worse than rough.
Oi. Out my wheelhouse, friend.
Can you not just go a little bit? Nope. Can you move now? There we go. This implies that Casa is thicker than Jyoti. I'd help you, but I just can't get around Casa's thick ass. Well, that's fair.
Oh?
Yo.
Lava room beyond seek.
I'm here. As you wish.
I know I gave Adir
can
a little
I do you
pirate
for?
hat. He's very handsome. She is very small.
Lava room beyond seek.
94 damage. Calm down.
What for, Cap?
Can you do
Not my
anything?
thing,
You know
Sally.
what? That's fine. You just stand there and you look pretty.
How may I help? Yeah.
What can I do? Yeah.
Adir really wouldn't just push past people. He's too polite.
Captain. Not my thing.
You
Sally.
can shoot. I promise you.
Is that necessary?
Good job. You did it, everybody. We did it. Allegedly. Yeah? You come upon an abandoned Wana village. The few of its huts that haven't been blown across the Deadfire countryside lie in ruins. Trees felled by strong winds litter the village periphery. A handful of structures still stand, however, and might hide something worth salvaging. That's been my experience with D&D too, Sprightly. It just never actually happens. Excuse me. Oh, I will absolutely destroy this man. Hell yeah! I really like the Pillars of Eternity world, and I really love the god system that they have.
How may I help? Lava room beyond seek.
Yes? Yes.
Lava room beyond.
Happy to oblige. Lava room beyond seek.
for, Cap? I'll be cleaving it to the brisket.
Don't touch my boy!
How may I help? Lava beyond seek.
I'm here. Happy to oblige. Ho!
Can't make a dent.
Ahoy.
Ahoy hoy. You might need to help
We're
them.
slicing her stem to stern.
People up there. Good job. She's almost dead. Oof.
How may I help? Lava beyond seek.
Yes? As you wish. What can I do you for?
Varathus!
Captain.
Hey,
Another
whose side are you
tack, Cap.
on?
This man's gun is a is a hazard to all.
Let's take a left right here.
Aye.
It is a bit of a sticky situation, isn't it?
Lava beyond seek.
What can I do? Take this.
Lava beyond seek.
What do you need? Come on!
Oh, a dear.
What can I do you for? Mo exceed honor.
What for, Cap?
Can you shoot this dog without shooting everybody around you?
I'll be slicing her steak like flogging a figurehead. Futile.
Oh, he missed. Please don't die. Ugh. Oof.
Yes?
Lavaru beyond seek.
What can I do? Very well.
What can I do you for?
Hey.
Ahoy. Fare thee well, cog swabber.
Yes?
Nicely done, Ella.
Lavaru beyond seek.
My bear.
I'm here. Yes.
I hope nobody saw that.
Captain. Another
Whose
tack,
side are you
Cap.
on?
Yeah? Get threshed!
This man's gotta go.
There's a walloping.
Oof.
Aye?
No mercy.
Sheriff's bulging ball bags. I'll be seeing you soon.
As you wish. That's on me.
Thank you. I took a sippy.
Yeah? Mo Ixie on
What do you need?
Here we go. This thing isn't doing the job.
Captain. Ah, damn it, blast.
Aye?
Lavaru beyond seek.
I'm here. Very well.
Right.
What do you need?
This thing isn't doing the job.
Yeah? Mo Ixie on
I love what this man is doing, just zipping and zooming all over the place.
Curses.
Ella!
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Lavaru beyond seek.
Everything hurts, savvy?
Nothing I can do. Yeah?
Thank you. I'm also taking another sippy.
You found it!
I don't know how many more. Did I lose people from that? Because people did fall down. No, he's still alive. He's fine. My boy. Everybody's fine. Did they die? No, 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 no. I named it what String suggested. No, please don't fight me. I named it what String suggested. Strings paid beans. Paid whole beans for it. It's the Lady Maria. Strings made that. Made that happen. Because Strings and I, we love that Bloodborne. I legitimately never finished it either because I was trying to do the DLC first, and the final boss in the DLC was actually beating my shit in, and so all I have to do is walk up to the final boss and kick his ass, which I know I can do. I never found this place I was supposed to find. I have been sailing aimlessly. Oh, I did this. I somehow did this. Okay, fantastic. I figured that out. I've got this. Yeah. Little nut. Start with Luca. I still need to do this, though. North and south of Port Maget. Okay. South. I feel like I did the north one while I was looking for that one town. So now we just gotta go south. Yeah, I found the Isle of Zerps. That was to the north. So now I gotta find the south one. Clouds gather in the distance, a hazy curtain of rain hanging from them. Eldengrim eyes in the storm and spits. I wish this ship had a boatswain. There's no one better to have you with you in a storm. Your crew looks to you. Your orders? Saffron, I'm going to need you by my side here. The Orlan grins. Aye, Cap. I'll be letting you know if you do anything too hollow-headed. The crew could use a sermon. Joti, if you're inclined to give the comfort. You want me to pray to an aspect of death? Joti's lips quirk in amusement. Suppose I can help plead for the safe passage of our souls through hell, should we all perish shortly. After a nod, she bows her head. Glory be to the many aspects of Aethys, greatest of all who is Guan. I raise my voice to you in humility, thankfulness, and everlasting worship. Hear me, my God, and take pity on our dire plead. As we now sail through the dark storms of death, we will not fear the reaping to come, for your lantern will guide our way. We will not stumble or stray from the path you have led us through hell. We will embrace the end of our lives and shuck the rotting husk of our fallen bodies. After whence, we will be planted for rebirth by your hand, forever and always as the wheel turns. Amen. The grimace Badul accepts the rope and begins looping it through the spokes of the wheel with his own belt. Hand out the last of the cooked food arena and then put out any fires in the galley. Understood, Captain. The crew will be glad to have a warm meal before we dive into this mess. Bring the rain barrels up from the hole. Let's see if we get some water. The hands drag up empty barrels from the hold and begin scurrying them along the rails. Oh, prayer is prepared. The clouds sweep over you, dominating the sky and hemming the sea beneath the roiling gray dome. The rain drums against the deck. Sweat beads on Badul's brow as he storms loops over closer. We can't outrun this one, Captain. The ship rocks intermittently and unpredictably, and soon the crew clutch their heads or guts, bent double over buckets, squeezed tight beneath their knees. The befouled grog scent of their six thickens the air. Shield Sister Dahlia, I want you to work your magic with whatever medicine we have. Very well, I know just the thing. The surgeon moves along the crew, providing relief to the afflicted. The storm rages on, showing no sign of subsiding. The ship rocks intermittently and unpredictably, and soon the crew opens the gun ports, moving to them both for the view into the sea and to be rid of the contents of their buckets. Water sloshes about the hold, already knee deep. The Lady Maria is taking on water. Get that water out of here. The crew works in shifts, pumping out a little faster than it comes in. As if exhausted, the clouds finally calm, coming to the rest like a thick blanket across the sky. The waves, too, end their tumbling complaint, and the Lady Maria finally sails easily. The crew lean against the rails and rigging, their faces haggard but relieved. The storm, it seems, has passed. Oh. You are on the deck of your ship when the crew turns its attentions to you. You stand aside the stern castle, gazing over the deck of the Lady Maria and out to the sea, beyond when Vasilini approaches. There's a problem, Captain. Irina's been helping themselves to extra rations of grog on account of their injuries. The whole crew knows and nobody's happy about it. Let's go deal with this. Zenny nods. Your orders, Captain? Ugh. I am a pirate. I'll just give them the extra rations. There's an evening's twice before slow smile manifests. Yes, Captain. I'll tell them to report to the grog barrel when they're off duty. Along with grog, any peace you hope to gain vanishes into the crew's revelry. They enjoy the merriment, and by the next morning, none of them remember the resentment regarding Irina. Some of them remember very little at all. Okay. I have extra. What? Put that there. Let me put it in there. Oh, I see. Everybody's fine. A light fog curls about your ankles. Breathless, whispering voices call to you from the darkness. They cry in half-uttered sentences, in moans, gurgles, screams. What few words can make out among the chorus beg for mercy, for an end to their pain. Wisps wind around your torso and cling to your skin. The cries become shouts, and the chorus screams. The fog thickens until you see nothing but its swirling, ghostly shape. Dark forms appear in the fog, and they encircle you one moment and disappear the next. I think it's time for you, lost lot, to find the light. This way now, that's right. The dense fog swirls into Jyoti's lantern. You hear the faint tink of metal striking the ground. You bend down to examine it and discover a small necklace. The stone in its center sparkles with the red of a fire's dancing flame. Unhindered by the fog, you are now free to continue exploring the island. Ooh. This is gonna be a little tough, but I'm not afraid. Wait. Hell yeah. Ahead of you lie the ruins of an ancient complex. As you near the tumbled-down stone entrance, you notice several curious drawings scrawled across the stone in a flaking brown paint. You bend down to get a better look and discover that the drawings depict violent images of decapitations, dismemberings, hangings, and sundry other terrors. Light from the distant torches flickers on the ruined walls. Unintelligible words float to you on a breeze that reeks of carrion of the metallic tang of blood. I'm not afraid! I will simply slaughter my way out of this situation. It is very bloody in here. Oh, what's cooking? From fat bubbles thick on the surface of this pot, and rye steam smells sweaty of meat. Sweetly of meat. That's a hand. And those are legs. Oh, beans. Oh, gosh. May the carnage never end.
Of course.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to
The season
read.
of harvest is here.
Yes?
Lavaru beyond seek.
Yeah. That's my friends.
Yeah, it does have a older RPG feel,
What
and
can
I
I
really
do you
do
for?
love it.
I'll light the darkness. Ugh.
Strong.
Captain, I'll be slicing her stem to stern.
Hmm?
I don't know if Crisis Core still holds up today. And my biggest issue with Crisis Core is a young lad by the name of Genesis.
Yes?
So when I was playing the final, no spoilers, but when I was playing the Final Fantasy VII remake, our good man Hojo was like, Genova S cells and Genova G cells. And I sat in my chair and I went, no! He's back! No!
Take this. Stand together.
No, I still haven't. I
Happy to
heard that.
oblige.
I heard, and I just.
Let's reap this
I
whirlwind.
pretend I do not see
Didn't
it.
work.
What for, Cap?
I don't know. Somebody. That man paid a lot of Square Enix dollars to get his OC in there, and it's really frustrating to me. Well, that didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it was going to be.
How may I help?
How do I explain? So there is a man named, he's a Japanese pop star singer, Gact, who had a character based exactly on him. Like, he looks, Gact looks exactly like,
As you wish.
or Genesis looks exactly like Gact. And he was in Crisis Core, and he was a big plot point, and so much so that they rewrote some of Final Fantasy VII's history. And then, because everything is like Gact's image in his license, when they didn't renew it, so a lot of problems with Final Fantasy VII are, specifically Dirge of Cerberus is like, well, Gact's a part of it, but we don't have that man's license anymore, so we actually can't do anything, and now Genesis has become such a part of the deep Final Fantasy VII lore that they can't do anything about it because they made it look exactly like him.
What do you need?
It's way more complicated, and I can't play this game and talk about it. But, like, it's crazy. Yeah, there was no need for Genesis to be in that scene, but they sure did put him there. I also have issues with everyone having the one wings. I can't, it's too much. It gets deep into some Final Fantasy VII bullshit, and I'm not strong enough.
Not very helpful.
What can I do? Stand together.
Hey.
You live a better, stronger life than the rest of us.
Happy to oblige. Get threshed.
I can't stand Kingdom Hearts. That being said, I will be playing whatever Kingdom Hearts bullshit they pass on to me next.
Another tag, Cap.
Get him, Strings.
What can I do? Very well. What can I do you for?
But yeah, to keep a long story short, when I saw the G cells, which implies Genesis, I was just like, whipped my PlayStation 4 controller across the room. I was like, this was our chance! This was our chance to get away!
Sorry you are.
And you brought him back.
Darkness flows and the light wanes.
Yeah, there's a walloping.
Aye. What for, Cap?
Are we? How are we not done?
Aye.
Is there more to fight?
Ooh, have yourself a mate.
No, I guess not. That was weird. I should be reading notes.
Yeah?
Oh shit, there's a dude there. You find a middle-aged dwarf tied to a post, a pile of bloody refuse scattered at his feet. His beard is a matted mess and his face is streaked with dirt. Despite his haggard state, he twists against the bonds when you approach.
Bless your neckers. You're just in time. Another moment more and I would have been dinner.
What happened here?
It's a right sorry tale, I'm afraid to say. Our ship, a beautiful ship she was too, ran aground in a storm. Waves so high we couldn't see a damn thing, you understand?
I don't know. I think it still implies,
Come to discover this here island's about as barren as an ancient lecher's bed. Not a scrap of nothing edible on it. And none of us were especially keen to take our turn about the wheel, so...
He trails off, unable to meet your eye.
As the months wore on and no one came looking for us, we started running low on crew and, victuals. I think what few of us were left here at the end might have gone a little nutty.
Who are you? I don't want to talk about either of those people.
Jordan, red-handed of the Impostors Lament. Well, formerly of the Impostors Lament.
He laughs a little too loudly.
Something of a lifelong deckhand I am. Picked up cooking in the last few months, too. Meat's my speciality, on account of the, well, you know, the business here, with the cannibalism.
Yeah?
My wrists thank you mightily.
He takes a moment to flex, bend his hands, working the circulation back into them. His lips twist into a grimace when he runs his fingers over the deep bruises the ropes left.
Say, you got a ship? Couldn't get here without one, right? You by chance have any spots open for an old dwarf like me? I might not look it, but I'm a deft hand with the rigging. Can even cook some.
Welcome to the crew of the Lady Maria.
I owe you one, Captain. A death like this, I'm not sure I'll ever be able to repay you. You like stew? I got a great recipe. Flavor's real different, like nothing you ever tasted. I'll make it for you. You know, and thanks.
All this talk of Bloodborne just made me very scared that I've invited a cannibal into my crew of survivors, and they're all gonna be dead. I had a oh shit. One by one, they're all gonna go missing. He's not really feeding us people, though. Some of the bones in this pile are cracked and bleached with age. I think we are, in fact, done here. Yeah. Bones scored by jagged cuts and are picked clean of meat and marrow, like organized in a disorganized heap. That is nasty. But it is time to leave. We found ourselves a man who will definitely not kill us and eat us. Well, you got me there, Sprightly. I can't argue with that. Hell yeah. Unless someone's got a better idea. If you got the beans, I'll take it. Good night, Sam. No, I'm right. I was right. If you got beans, I'll take Soylent. Otherwise, it's Vor Island Winky Face. You have no beans! Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, I can't take both of these. I do like Soylence of the Lambs. We've all helped the frog get there. That's really good. There it is. There it is. We've done it. Congratulations. Oh, that's very funny. I have to get all the way back here. Silence of the Lambs. I just recently watched that movie, and I hadn't because I'm a big scaredy baby, and I don't watch scary movies ever since the incident. And I'm sure. And so I was eventually convinced into watching Silence of the Lambs. But I remember my mom telling me about Silence of the Lambs and how she watched it super late at night with the lights off and held the dog really tight because she was scared, and that my dad was a big baby and couldn't watch it in the middle of the day because he was too scared. And then I just recently watched it, and I didn't find it to be very scary at all. But I suppose maybe back in the day it was a scary movie. The incident. Have I not told this incident on stream? Yeah, that's true. That's what I was thinking when I watched it. Yeah, it was weird and unsettling, but I didn't find it, like, scary. Not in the way that we think of scary today, anyway. I thought I could... There we go. I think characters are about to start talking. But when I was a young... So I grew up in, like... I'm afraid to date myself. Well, I wanted to watch, like, a lot of, like, movies. Because Titanic... God. Titanic came out when I was... The Titanic came out when I was still in elementary school. And it was one of those movies that all my friends saw, despite us being very, very young. But I wasn't allowed to go see it because it had boobies in it. And God forbid my small, impressionable mind saw the boobies. So that was like a huge problem because everyone had seen Titanic and everyone was talking about Titanic, and I wasn't allowed to go see Titanic because it had boobies in it. So this was like an issue growing up. Everyone talked... Actually, no one really talked about the naked scene because everyone talked about how scary the frozen bodies in the water was. Hold on, this man has something to say.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you? Ah, how exciting. Let's see here. Goodness, that's not what I was expecting. And so close to Porto Maggi. You've done wonderfully. Oh, this book will be the best thing since Cassini's adventures, and that was all romantic rubbish. Here, your pay, my friend. We're only getting started, of course. There's more to see. Tikawara next, I think. How does that strike you? It's a little Huana village out to the southeast. 3 islands this time, all nameless and unloved. They form a little triangle around Tikawara, if you squint. I'll be waiting.
So, I can't remember the movie that had come out that everyone was going to see, but I wasn't allowed to go see it. And I was like, please, I need to. I'm already not very cool at school because I like Pokemon. Like, I need to see this movie. And so my mom went and saw it first to see if it was appropriate for me, and she said it was fine, but I still wasn't allowed to go fucking see it. So eventually, as a little treat for my birthday, she's like, well, if you want to see adult movies, I'll take you to see an adult movie. And I was like, thank you. So she took me to the midnight showing of the Blair Witch Project, which scared the ever-loving beans out of my little mind, and I was so fucking afraid. And I was like, this is not what I wanted to see. This is not the kind of movie I was trying to get you to take me to, you absolute maniac of a parental figure. And I was so terrified that I had to crawl into Q's bed, who was just a tiny little thing, and I hid in bed because I was too scared to go sleep by myself because my mom scared the shit out of me to teach me a lesson about seeing movies. And I have been scared of scary movies ever since, so job well done, mother. Fucking psychopath. Gosh. Anyway, that's the incident. What am I doing here?
I got it. Ado, my hunter. To what do I owe this delight?
The last scene in that movie with all the handprints on the wall and people standing in the corner, that has been imprinted in my tiny little mind since the moment I saw it, and I was just so fucked up by it. She joins the goddess of death and the beyond.
First bounty to pay off. An exciting day for us both. Maybe it's not much, but as I make more deals, more pyres will be available, Ak?
What bounties do you have available?
I finally managed to land the rights to a bounty of value. You may not like it. There is a thirsty drake who roosts near an oasis northeast of Maja Island. An important site for refilling canteens. The local tribes call him Purakeo, after a sea dragon of legend. Even so, they have no love for this water thief.
Man, it took a long time for us to, even have, because we always had, we had the NES and the Sega Genesis, but for the longest time, those were the only systems we had, and if we wanted to play, video games, it was every other weekend when we went to go see our dad, because he had, the PlayStation, so we could play Final Fantasy and Wild Arms and all that good shit. And then eventually, my stepbrother came to live with us, and he had an N64, which was the greatest invention of mankind. It changed my life forever. And the first game I ever actually got to beat was Banjo-Kazooie. God, I want to play Banjo-Kazooie right now. I love that game. You've never played Banjo-Kazooie? Fuck. It's so good.
Out for trouble? Or taking in the sights?
Don't even speak to me. Yeah, I got to play...
Laro has returned to the estate intact. Perfetto.
Nera loosens her grip on her ledger.
Too much Bardato blood has been spilled in the name of Vengiata.
I get the feeling there's still somehow unfinished business.
Fuck. Nothing has been solved, only delayed. Here, for your discretion.
She passes you a pouch of coins and adds a short mark to her ledger before snapping it shut.
There can be no peace while civilized kith turn on each other.
She turns and her gaze away in thoughtful silence. The remakes are really, really good. I would play, because Crash was on the, God, I played both Crash and Spyro, on the PlayStation. And Spyro was how I realized they had, problems with cameras and stuff. Because of the way Spyro's camera was, it would make me super, super dizzy. So I wanted to play Spyro with all my heart. But it wasn't worth, like, the super nauseous feeling it gave me. I haven't played the remake Spyro yet, though.
Would that scandal and bloodshed kept their distance from my house.
Azali glances up from her work and sighs.
You saw my son dueling with the Valera boy. At least he survives to learn from his mistakes. When Valera and Bardato cross each other, only blood and sorrow remain.
Do you see your families ever making peace?
Perhaps in time, if Great Wodica judges us worthy of supporting the company.
Fuck Wodica.
Word has spread fast about the little spectacle of the dogs. You've certainly caught everyone's attention. Perhaps the Watcher of Cadnua and House Bardato can help one another.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 had a great camera compared to Kingdom Hearts 1. What is it that you want?
Queen's Beth whispers of a Valera plot against my family. Something grander than pointless duels. You are a newcomer to the Deadfire, uniquely positioned to loosen Valera tongues.
She taps her chin and regards you thoughtfully.
Zilli Valera strums a lute by the watchtowers. A meek-tempered boy. Fonder of song and drink than the family business. He might spill something of his family's affairs.
What if there is no plot against the Bardatos?
Then I will sleep better at night.
Izali shrugs, her brow furrowed.
My hopes do not hinge on being proven right at every turn.
Wouldn't the governor take an interest in this treachery?
The governor is interested in how much luminous Adra we can export. Nothing else matters.
I don't know. I hope so. The gods seem to have, like, they're much more, around in this game, and they're constantly talking to you. So I bet we will have to make another decision. Not all of the gods, it seems. But I really do hope so. That was my favorite part in Pillars of Eternity 1, where I had to make a choice.
To that end, I look forward to the day when we won't need Valera thugs backing our interests.
I will go see what I can get out of Zilli Valeria.
Try not to alert the Valeras of our knowledge. That is the point of involving an outside agent.
Nodding, Azali returns her attention back to her desk. Oh, and that too, yeah. There does seem to be a little bit of that. Oh, you mean like the Mafia, the Crucible Knights and the Dozens. It does seem like that's what I'm about to do, is pick a side.
My Seraphim, is there anything you have a hard time with, aside from humility?
I reckon I'll be a fancy at most things, more so all things piratical.
If only we were all as confident in real skills as you are in imagined ones.
You'd be right surprised how far confidence will take you, lad. Were you ever to give it a try?
Ella, stop being a dick for like 2 goddamn seconds. I know, I wanted to join the Mafia so badly. But I got too close to the Crucible Knights. Me either. That's not true.
You're looking prettier than when you left or so.
Bella, cut it out.
Yeah, cut it out.
You gonna make a habit of turning up?
You gonna make a habit of speaking rudely to me? Because I'll steal in front of you and start a fight with this whole house. Then we solve a problem. That's all I'm saying. I know how to deal with people. That's by killing them. I feel bad how mean we are to Aloth in this house sometimes. But he really does just set himself up for it.
Am I supposed to play nanny?
They listen to you, Martino.
Enough. We have a guest.
Ado, I hear you witnessed an unfortunate exchange behind the Adra Mill.
Otello aims a troubled look at Martino.
You kept Laro and Orso from the beyond. We could use such a mediator. Martino has need of muscle and brains outside of the Valera house.
Otello frowns towards his son. Tell me about the job.
Let me take point on this one, father.
Martino pats Otello on the back and turns to you with a more severe, businesslike expression.
Some royal Deadfire crews have lately taken to pirate hunting. One such crew has been boasting of their victories near the Wild Mare, singing their Rauatai songs and making our clients anxious. Hunting Principe dogs is our business. With all these problems with the Bardatos, now is not the time for competition from the Brass Citadel. It would be better if they took their business elsewhere.
When Otello isn't looking, Martino drops his thumb across his throat.
Now you could always start shooting the shit out of one another and leave good Deadfire folk be. Just a suggestion.
I'll talk to these sailors for you.
Perfecto. I am sure the words of the Great Watcher will save the day.
Martino punctuates his sing-song mockery with an exaggerated sigh.
Make sure those royal bastards understand the Queen's birth is Valera territory.
Oh, fuck this family. Fuck this family specifically. Where are your goods? Can I open this yet?
My fingers be fat and furry, but they're ever so nimble.
No. I've forgotten what my main quest is, to be perfectly honest. And reach Kanga's Plaza in the Serpent Crown. My arrival in the city with the harbor master out of the way, I'm free to look for the Kanga Palace in the Serpent's Crown district up the mountaintop. I don't think I could get there though. We'll see. Oh, I do have to do some... Sit down. Hopefully she'll stop being injured. I don't know. That's the only solution I can come up with. You're a better cook anyway, right? Yeah. Maybe she'll get better now. Well, now I can go here. Oh my god, there's so many layers to this place. You leave the bustle of the crowds behind, making your way along the winding path into the gullet. For a time the path ascends the mountain. Even so, the cramped walls of run-down Juana buildings close in around you, obscuring your view. You come to a dark passage cutting through the mountain, just wide enough to accommodate a wagon. The path here descends steadily into the rock face. After a lengthy journey through the dimly lit tunnel, after you come to the gates of the gullet, the stench hits you first, a foul mixture of rot, stale air, and bodily odors. You notice a guardsman pushing a cart heaped high with moldering food, which must account for some of the smell. Ahead, the homes of the gullet emerge as a collection of lights amid the darkness. You hear the rush of water below, and a frigid breeze wafts up from the unseen depths like an exhalation.
I don't know how you and the Watchers sleep, carrying all those souls around.
Some nights it's the lantern that lulls me to sleep. It pulses like a heart in my hand.
If you find that comforting, then I'm glad for you.
Oh, this place makes me sad. Half-eaten food scraps litter the pile as rancid stench rises from it. Oh. Oops. Oh, sorry, everybody.
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? Akira, no thanks.
Sweet incense masks the odor of the offerings, rotted food and spoiled fish. You enter a dim alleyway that reeks of urine and torch smoke. As the passage stretches to your left and right, shadows move in the guttering torchlight, but they're nothing more than shapes in the distance. The chat and bustle of the gullet continues behind you. The tunnel ends, but another branch is off. The only sounds are the crackling of torches and the steady drip of water. You come to a door. It's as solid as stone around it, with no handle and no knob. It's deathly quiet on the other side. You rap gently on the door, and the sound echoes in a wide, empty space. The alley winds on ahead of you. To the right, you hear the din of a multitude and smell the musk of many bodies. I'm very lost. You trudge along the darkened passage and reach an intersection. The tunnel branches off to your right. You hear the distant murmur of voices down the darkened path, but see no one. On your left is an abandoned merchant stall, displaying cheap jewelry. The path continues ahead. Laid out are the various trinkets made from junk necklaces strung with fish bones and shoe buckles and bracelets made with shards of broken glass. Apparently this stuff isn't even worth stealing. A tunnel opens to your right. Racks squeak and skitter away at your approach. The way before you corkscrews into darkness. You make your way forward, feeling the walls to guide yourself in the darkness. Your hands come away slimy. You smell something foul further down into the tunnel. The stench of loose balls and the metallic tang of blood. At the end of the tunnel, you find a body slumped against the wall. Stab wounds rend the corpse's clothes, and flesh at its arms and knees twisted on natural angles. You find a secret compartment sewn into the lining of his trousers. It contains a small note and a handful of coins. Ulog, there's a new shipment for your Rappapow friends waiting near the lift in Delver's Row. Come and get your food for the cave stink rots it. Your mad captain, Morina. P.S. Give the old man my regards. I put an extra koiki in there just for him. P.P.S. Don't say I never done anything nice. Okay.
I got it.
I hope I can give that note to a crew that it was for. Yeah, of course I saved the loot. I was able to do a loot save.
This month. And they say the people aren't increasing. Do they lie to themselves or just to us?
An An elderly Raparo man squints in your direction before blinking profusely. He hobbles closer, bare feet slapping at the splintered footboards of his abode.
What say you, girl?
He peers steadily into your face, blinking faster all the while. The man's arms are as thin as sticks. What teeth he has are yellowed or black from years of malnourishment. Can you see me? How do you know who I am?
I see much and many things. I simply do not look with these eyes in the same manner that others do. I have heard much as well. People speak of your kindness, watcher who chases Aethus.
It's true. I am very kind.
I also hear the Raparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a watcher comes to the gullet, as Amira has shown me you would.
What's causing the Raparo such pain?
The Raparu are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly. It is an agony.
No one deserves to suffer. Not like this.
The old man shrugs.
This is the Juana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down.
Why are the Raparo...
From the most deserving to the least.
Why are the Raparo the least deserving, the last to partake of the tribe's spoils?
The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe. The Kuaru provided skilled goods and services. The tribe takes care of the Raparu more than we contribute to the tribe. Or it did, before our numbers swelled too large. The Dawn Stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing. There was a man who helped us. A soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain. Mad Morena, they call her, to bring us food from the black market. But for days now, we've had nothing.
What happened?
Ulug was never late with his shipments. Always very conscientious. A good boy. For him to disappear for several days without word, he must be dead. The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do?
I'm not going to get anywhere from the top. I can reestablish the smuggling operation through the black
The
market.
starving sated and the pirates paid. Everyone's grins and giggles. Savvy play, Cap. Worthy of Romaro himself.
Saffron smiles and pats his belly.
I suppose this once, the ends justify the means.
He strokes the end of his chin.
You must find Delver's Row, girl. They hide a lift that will take you down to where the pirates play. Surely you will find Ulug's contact there. If you do not know your way to the Row, someone at the Hole may be able to help you. Follow the path that Ulug first walked for us. But do not meet his same end.
I found Ulog's body in the Narrows. Aeoni stills for a moment, only moving to blink his black pebble eyes. Then he takes a deep, shuddering breath and exhales all at once. His damp breath smells like bile and illness.
It was as I feared, then. Tell me, how did he die? Was it fast, at least? Painless?
It was quick. The old man's shoulders slump forward, and he heaves another shuddering sigh.
At least he didn't suffer.
He nods slowly.
If the Mataru would only protect us as they ought to, our people wouldn't be prey to those crooks and cutthroat who prowl the Narrows like sharks.
Anger makes him shake.
Thank you for your honesty, Watcher. Few are there who will deliver bad news in all its sorry truth. Speak, and I will listen.
How else can we resolve the food shortage?
If we cannot convince the Mataru nor the Principi, I believe the Dawn Stars may help us. Peatly is a child of the Dawn Stars, and has become the Gullet's most cherished healer. I believe she would willingly hear your request for charity.
Okay, we will do black market stuff and the Dawn Stars. I think that's the best way to go about it. Alright.
So you're saying you're literally a pirate of the mind? You sail in and steal people's thoughts?
Behold, lass, I'm the original psychic piratical.
Not hardly. Even I've heard about Molnage. She's a cipher like you, ain't she? Only older.
Ugh, had to dredge up my cruel rival. You should know her arsehole itches when mention being made of her.
What a nasty hex. Tell me you weren't the one that put it on her. Darn, I hope that doesn't make her itch. Hell, or that. Now I'm just making it worse. I best shut my mouth before I cause more damage.
I like your style, kid.
Good job, everybody. Alright, that's gonna have to be it for me today. We will do plot stuff tomorrow, maybe? I'm glad we did some sailing and fight some pirates. It's very fun. I like the pirate fighting, actually. It's a lot of fun. What a sad way to end the... Well, and then they talked about itchy butts, and so I guess everything sort of balanced itself out. Thank you so very, very much for being here. I will be back with more Pillars of Eternity tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST. But you can catch me sooner with more Phoenix Wright at 2 p.m. EST. Thank you so very, very much for being here. I hope you all have a very lovely evening, and I wish you the best. Goodbye.